Hi everyone, welcome back to the guided notes part 2 for the homework on rational equations. It says homework 6, but we can call this homework 7 just to keep in line with what the guideline says. If we scroll down to number 4, you'll notice that in the last video I made a mistake, and I will highlight where my mistake is now and then erase the part. So right here, where I was trying to make a common denominator of 6k cubed, I said that in order to go from 3k to 6k cubed, you multiply by 2k. I was mistaken. You actually have to multiply by 2k squared. So what I'm going to do is erase the last part of this work and what comes after it and start the problem over again. So if we erase all of this, now we start over with making a common denominator and realizing that in order to get from 3k to 6k cubed, we multiply by 2k squared, and the 2 was originally there. Okay, now we distribute, and we get 4k minus 8 plus k squared minus 2k equals 4k squared. And all of this is over, well, I should do it this way. All of this is over 6k cubed. That's our common denominator. I'm going to pretend that the denominator's not there because it's the same. Then it could be anything. I'm just going to work with the numerators for now and solve for k. And just solve for k. So what I've got here is k squared minus plus 4k minus 2k, that's plus 2k, minus 8 equals 4k squared. So I'm going to move everything over to one side and set this equation equal to 0. So I'm going to say 0 is equal to 4k squared minus k squared minus 2k plus 8. So I've now got a polynomial that is 0 equals 3k squared, 3k squared minus 2k plus 8. Now, I've got, let me erase this just to make a little bit more room here. That was equals 4k squared over 6k cubed. Okay, now I've got a quadratic that's 3k squared minus 2k plus 8. If I do product sum to factor this equals 0, then what I'm looking at as a product of two numbers is 24. That's a times c, that's 3 times 8. And the sum is negative 2. Let's see, I believe that I'm going to split the middle term, so factor by grouping, into negative 6k and positive 4k plus 8, and bring down the a and the c terms. Of course, that's set equal to 0, and I'm going to factor by grouping. So I'm going to take out a 3k, and on the inside get k minus 2, and I'm going to take out a 2, and on the inside get, I'm going to take out a 4, and on the inside get k, let's see, the signs, let me make sure my signs are right. When I moved everything over, because this says k plus 2, and as you know, they should be, the signs, let's see, should match inside the parentheses with what I factored, so k plus 8. The signs are the same and they're both minus. Okay, so the signs are the same and they're both minus, and I want two things that multiply to negative 24 and sum to negative 2. So, and they have to multiply. Okay, sorry, I'm stuck on this one. Maybe it's 8 and 3, 6 and 4. Oh darn, I'm stuck on this again. You're just going to have to come back, and maybe you can find the error, because I can't seem to find my error somewhere in here. If you scroll down, the answers should be 8/3 and negative 2, and we are very close to being there. So see if you can figure out how that works. The process for the rest of these is exactly the same, and we'll do one more and then call it on this. Let's see if we have a slightly more challenging one down here. Let's do something like 11, where you'll notice that you've got a quadratic in the denominator. And so what I'd like you to do is to get in the habit of seeing, oh, can I factor this to see if I can make my life a little bit easier in finding a common denominator. I've had trouble factoring in this video and the last one, so we'll see if I can do it. Two numbers that multiply to -6 and sum to -1. I think that should be -3 and +2. So now I know that my common denominator is x plus 2 times x plus 3, and it makes it easy to see that I have to get, if that's what I have to get to, I can see what I have to multiply by to get there. So I have to multiply the denominator of the first by x minus 3. So I have to multiply the numerator of the first by x minus 3. Here I have the full and complete denominator, so the numerator just stays as is, as 5. And here I have the partial denominator as x minus 3, but to get a common denominator I have to multiply by x plus 2. And so 1 gets multiplied by x plus 2. Again, I can leave my common denominator. Now that I've got it, I can just solve the numerator for now. So I've got 2x times x minus 3 equals 5 minus x plus 2. And I'm off and running to try to solve this by combining like terms and factoring a quadratic. So let's see if I can do it this time. It looks like 2x cubed minus 6x. Let's see, we'll move everything over, plus x, and then 5 plus 2 is 7, so that would be minus 7 equals 0. So I've got 2x, that should be squared. Squared. Good job if you caught that. 2x squared, that would be minus 5x minus 7 equals 0. I'm looking for two numbers now that will multiply to 2 times -7. Their product will be -14, and their sum will be -5. Let's see if I can do this. Two numbers that multiply to 14, well, that's 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. I think I can get those to be -7x and +2x. And then I bring down -7, and I bring down the 2x squared and set those equal. Now what I've got is 2x times x plus 1 and -7 times x plus 1. And so my answer here, my factors are 2x minus 7 and x plus 1. And if I set those equal to 0, then x is equal to 7/2, and x is equal to -1. And if we scroll down, the answer for 11 is very different, so I must have made a mistake somewhere. We'll go back and we'll figure it out. I guess maybe one of the things you learned from this video is that everybody makes mistakes, and you just have to go back and see where it is. I will see you in the next video.